I don't think this is where I'm meant to be. Like, when I say this, I don't think this is what I envision myself for this time. I don't say that in like a braggadocious way, which you'll soon learn why, or a sobby way or a cry way, but I genuinely didn't think this would be what I am. Let me give you some context. So, I'm in university now, recently entered. I barely have a job. The job I have is let's say it's not the type of job that, is really considered a job. I barely get any hours. And I've been applying. I've been trying to get another job, but as you guys probably know to death at this point, the job market isn't doing too well. In university, I'm not doing the best. I'm passing most of my classes, but one class is completely kicking me in the butt. It's not a fun sight to see. And I still live with my parents. I don't have a car. I don't really have any means of getting more money. It's a sight for sore eyes. But on paper, oh, he's doing good. He's an engineering major. Ooh, wow. Wow, he's a spiritual guy, He's doing this, he's doing that. Oh, he plays basketball. On occasion, but it's all fake. I've only been talking for 2 minutes, and it felt like 5. This is going to be a long recording. When I was younger, I fully thought that I would be an artist. I loved to draw. I loved everything about it, and I completely and wholeheartedly thought I was going to be an artist. Now I'm in a major that I do not like, and I don't have a job, and I am anything but an artist. I wanted to put my creative work out there. And I'm not saying I'm not a creative person, as you can clearly see with this beautiful, spectacular build that I am doing for you guys at the moment. But I don't think that this was like what I wanted. I wanted to start a company. I wanted to, start making them young millions. And the reason I feel this way is because I set so many high expectations for myself. I'm a person that wants to soar to new heights. I want to be the best version of myself. And now things keep coming at me all at once. Everything is everywhere all at once. The stress of university is new to me because in high school, you had to deal with homework. That was hell in its own. That is going to be a video on its own day. But now you have to deal with tuition, gas prices. When your parents tell you that you aren't ready to be an adult, in this day and age, they are 100% right. I am not ready for any of this, but I'm a fast walker. I like to walk fast. And when I say that, I mean that I, as I've said before, like to push myself. So I always have a plan. Enacting it is the hard part. How am I going to balance all of this while going to the gym? How am I going to balance all of this while playing basketball? I don't even do that anymore. I used to play basketball as a good way to get cardio in. My plan was I would do weights at the gym and I would play basketball for cardio, and I lost a stupid amount of weight doing that. I haven't played basketball in months. I probably suck at it by now. And guess what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say, oh, I need to start playing basketball again. I need to start doing this again. You know damn well that's not gonna happen. Right now, I have a midterm in 2 days. I am on chapter 2. The midterm is from chapter 1 to chapter 4. I have to do 2 chapters in a day because it's on Wednesday and today's Monday night as I'm recording this. So I'm gonna sleep after I record this, and then, yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that. It's been 5 minutes. Oh my days, this is gonna be a long recording. As I was saying before, when I get overwhelmed, I just stay idle. I don't really walk forward as I'm used to. I can handle a few things at a time. I just can't handle it when it's coming all at once. I am a game developer, and my old account that actually had my, decent stuff was deleted. And so went my games because I was foolish enough not to link them. So I've started trying to build up my portfolio, and I've also been working on this game, as you see, and I am working on a game right now with a dev team. It's a full other game. I can't give it my all. When I go to build, I can't enter the state that I can enter when I work on this solo project you see before me. Even with this, it's hard. This is a hobby. This hasn't made me a single dollar. In fact, it's probably lost money due to time. As they say, time is money. And with the way things are going, I don't think it ever will. This YouTube channel, this is the first video. There were supposed to be about 3 YouTube channels years before that I made videos on. This is my first ever formal YouTube video. I'm not doing this for you. As much as I'd like to say, I am very happy you're watching my video and listening to my voice for some reason, but I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this as a way to collect my thoughts in a sense. I hope that I'll be able to figure it out. You know what they say, everybody wants to be able to lock in a day, I want that, but I just know it's unrealistic. Right now, I just need to clean my room. I am a naturally cleanly person, and cleaning my room helps me think better. One of the first things you can do when you feel overwhelmed, just clean your room. It will help you so much. I plan on staying up late tonight cleaning my room. A clean room is a reflection of your mind. These days, I've been getting more into fashion. I like to make nice fits, post up. Well, I don't post, but I like to make nice fits. Nobody in my university cares because my university is trash, but still, I do it for me. When I was younger, I talked about how I was into art, and if I'm gonna continue videos, you're gonna hear a lot about this art, so better sit down because this is a very important facet of my life, but it changed the way I see things. I don't think I was good at art. Maybe for the time I was pretty good. I was only a kid, but when you make art at a young age, you have a sort of artistic view on things. And I carry that into the buildings that I make. My buildings were wiped. I'd love to see you the stuff. I'd love to show you the stuff that I created, but I can't. So I have to continue. That will be a story for another day, and I just don't know how to tell it right now. When I build, a lot of stuff I do off screen, off camera, so that you guys can't see because I am still making a game. I say I'm a builder, but I'm really a game developer. That is my dream job. That'll also be another video. Wow, I am making so many video ideas. I should jot these down somewhere. It was hard for me to get this idea, but I thought, who cares? Nobody's gonna watch this video. I say that I'm not trying to be like pick me too. Like, oh wow, you came this far. You listened this far. I'm very happy that you did. And I thank you, dear viewer, but no one's gonna watch this video. I just started, so I know so. I know what I am doing wrong. That's the problem. I know everything I'm doing wrong. I feel like I don't want to toot myself my own horn here. Jesus Christ, I can't even talk, but I know that I need to do this. I know that I need to do that, and I'll try. But I just won't do it. That's the problem with me. That's the problem when you are emotionally mature in a sense. You know the way out. Like, I don't really think I'll ever need a therapist because I just know the answers. I know, oh, you're feeling stressed? Do this, do that. Yeah, I know. I just won't do it. And I don't know why. I can't figure that out. I always wanted to be a disciplined person. I always wanted to be a consistency person. But I know through and through, I am a motivation person. I get motivation, I do something, and then that motivation runs out. I am the Dagger Duchess, and I want to be the princess. So desperately. But that's just not me. And I also hate that sentiment. That's just not me. Anybody can change. It's never too late, but it seems like it's a battle that I've been going against my entire life. I want to make all of them proud. I want all of them to see me and be like, yeah, he's working his ass off. He's doing that. But I don't know how long I can maintain that because that's literally what I've been doing my whole life. I will continue to do it, but best believe me, I will continue to try to do everything in my power to make them proud, but it seems like these days I've just been slipping and slipping and slipping and slipping, and I will eventually fall. I know it's imminent. I'm like a cancer patient with terminal cancer. I know I'm gonna die. I just don't know when. Maybe I'm like Walter White. I'm not even trying to be corny here, but maybe I'm like Walter White, It's going to happen anyway. Who cares? But too much self-preservation. Not crazy. I'm not willing to drop everything to pursue my passion. Not insane. And I wish I was. One thing you'll learn about me is that I'm really into anime, and a lot of the anime I've watched, one of my favorite parts is that the crazier the character, the longer they survive. I always love anime that have that trope because it makes sense. If someone is crazy ambitious, they're willing to put everything aside to chase their dreams. If someone doesn't care about losing a limb in a fight, they're gonna fight harder than someone that doesn't want to lose a damn finger. And I don't even want to lose a fingernail. I want to be intact because I can't handle pain. I don't know, I don't think. I just do, right? I'm a cog. I will continue to do. Oh, this is the best course of action. I will continue to the best course of action. This is that. I will continue to that. I don't have a brain in that sense, and that was a big problem. And now I've grown a brain, and now it's gone to the point that I am not agreeable. I am a debater, if I don't see things fully, I'm willing to say it, and it gets me in trouble. even if I don't really know the thing full well. There are numerous examples of this. These examples which I will not tell you, but there are numerous. And I don't say this to say, oh, my life sucks. My life does not suck. I said I don't have a car earlier. Really, I do. The whole family doesn't have a car. We share one car. I said I don't have a job. I kind of do. I just want a second job so that I can help out my parents pay the gas, because my university is far away, and every time I drive, they have to fill up the gas and a part of me dies. I am a burden. I'm a burden and I am okay with it. And I am not okay with the fact that I am okay with it. I hate being a burden. I've become very self-reliant. I like to do things alone, but the inevitability is that everybody helps me. And I'm not gonna say no. They're helping me. I'll say no initially, I value manners, but help is something that everybody needs. I don't think I'm a villain for accepting help. I just feel like I'm a villain if I'm not able to pay it back. And I want to do everything in my power to pay it back, but I just can't. Whether it's my brain, whether it's the goddamn economy, whether it's the government, it feels like everyone is against me. But I don't really care that everyone is against me, because everybody is against everyone else too. I'm not the only one with my problems. I'm in a first world country, Everybody my age is going through this. Everything I've said in this video is not unique to me. There's not a single problem I have that somebody else hasn't solved, and I will learn from those people that have solved those problems, and I will continue to push on, because that is who I am. I continue to walk. Maybe I lied a little in this video too. I said I hated this statement, that is who I am, yet I've used it so many times. There's no guides from here on, no railway, there's like that train, that classic trolley problem. Let me tell you a little story. I saw this trolley problem. Would you kill 5 lobsters to save 1 cat, or would you kill 1 cat to save 5 lobsters? Initially, I said, oh, I'm killing the 5 lobsters because I love cats. I love cats and dogs, and I think they're really cute. In the future, I do plan on getting a cat. Probably name it Moon. I want a black cat with 2 different eye colors. Call me a witch. But then I thought about it. I let that sink. How long do you guys think lobsters live? Some lobsters can live up to 100 years. Those lobsters still had lives. Just because I think one is a food animal and one is a pet animal, who am I to decide that? Just because one lives under the sea and is a crustacean, and one is a feline that I can pet? Those 2 animals have the same value, and just because I prefer one personally doesn't mean that I'm able to pick that. And so I changed my choice. I would kill the cat, and I would save the 5 lobsters. And I don't think people these days challenge themselves like that. You have a view. Why do you have that view? Have you ever really thought about the fact that you can play devil's advocate to yourself? And I know that's a big meme these days. Devil's advocate son, or I had that thought when I was 2, daughter, but people these days challenge themselves with echo chambers. They reassure their values with things that they have heard, and not with the other side. And that is an incredibly useful tool that people use to manipulate us. Even I am being manipulated, and I don't know it. That's the thing with manipulation. Everybody is a cog. Your problems are my problems, and my problems are your problems. And we will continue to eat each other as a snake eats his tail. That was pretty cool. You see? I'm so poetic. See that little tirade I went on? Let's get back on topic. 20 minutes. That's nice. The year is 2025. I've just moved from my country to this country. I'll probably tell you guys where I live right in the future, but right now, let me just keep things more anonymous. So, before I moved to this country, I had the year before, 2 years ago. No, now 3 years ago. It's 2026 now, in the context of 2025, so mid to early 2024. Some of the worst times in my life. I was fat, doing horrible in my classes. I don't think people really liked me. I was lonely, didn't really have any friends. You see, here's the thing about my not having any friends. It's not like I sat alone, you know? But I was that person that everybody knew, yet no one knew, right? Like, ooh, they're chill with me, you know, they'll dab me up. We'll have conversations, we'll laugh, but I'll never get invited to anything because I'm not close to them. That was who I am. I was a circus jester. I've always been from elementary school to all of middle school. I kind of stopped in high school, but from that to that, I was a jester. I would degrade myself to make other people laugh because I thought that would make me more likable. And I will go over this more in a future video. Either way, back on topic. My life kind of sucked, but I decided, and I don't know how, that things were going to change this time. And it wasn't just motivation. This is, I would say, one of the first major accounts of this happening. I started working really hard on my grades and I was getting better grades. I was working out and I was losing a bunch of weight. I was getting a slight amount more of attention from girls, you know. I took myself more seriously. I didn't let people make more jokes about me. And then my parents said that we were gonna move. And now my mom's calling me. I'll just continue. So, I wanted to stay in my country because literally everything would have been easier if I did. And I will go over this in another video. I know I have said this because this is one of the craziest stories of my life, so I have to. They didn't let me. And I think that was a slightly selfish decision. I love my parents, but I feel like that was a more selfish decision that they made because they slightly regret it too. But I moved to this new country, new people. The one time in my life where I thought I had everything down, it was ripped from me. So the first few months, I was idle again. No school because I just moved. But now we're talking more recently. I became really almost anorexic. You know, I wouldn't eat. I would eat one meal a day and maybe some yogurt, and I would work out, and I lost it. I graduated, and that's also skipping a lot too, but I graduated and once again I was idle. There was nothing to do, you know, so gradually I, started to slip. I really did nothing, other than work with my, quote unquote job that I still have today. But that was basically it. That was all I did. I'm going to have to end this video here, unfortunately, because I am being called for something else, and I probably won't continue this story. in the next video because I want to talk about something a little less somber. But to quickly wrap it up, that is essentially where I am now. And I hope I'll get to talk to you more. Please go ahead and check out my TikTok because when I'm building, I live stream. Well, I'm gonna try to, but I live stream and you can talk to me while I'm building. See what I'm up to. This background footage as you're looking right now will be live streamed in the future. Haven't started it yet, but I will. Also, join the Discord. I don't have anybody in it right now, but you could be the first member. You never know. And maybe you'll get to be part of a nice community in the future. Follow the Instagram also because I'm going to be posting some of the builds over there for clout. All right. I love you. Say it back.